I miss seeing diverse stories on film. In the 90s, I know that you guys were just like me and was a fan of the many different stories that portrayed black and brown people that wasn't quite as stereotypical as we're seeing today. There were so many shows like Living Single, Martin, Parenthood, and so many different films from John Singleton, from Ice Cube, from Spike Lee. It just was a plethora of different directors, producers, and actors on the screen that told an array of stories that we could appreciate, relate to, and be proud of. And I feel like what has been lost today is that diversity of story, that diversity of thought, and a diversity of exposure so that it paints a picture of the different spectrum that is the black and brown experience. Shout out to 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp and Tyler Perry and other people who have, the fortitude to go out and create and have networks, and they bring in such a tremendous amount of audience that they have no choice but to showcase their stuff. Like, shout out to them for doing that, for having that abundance and having that pull and that influence. However, I feel like sometimes the conversations get lost and what it is that we actually experience as a black people, because we're not a monolith, that now people only see one type of experience. And what I enjoyed about You and Me in Tuscany was that the characters themselves, they actually had some funny, hilarious black female comedians in this film that kind of just brought that culture and element to the film. However, this movie in itself wasn't a quote unquote black rom-com, but it added elements that made some of it more relatable. But the story itself was very Hallmark, element, even Disney Channel-esque type of love story. It was very light, it was very airy, and it worked. It worked because when I left that theater, I felt optimistic again. Now, is this some Oscar performances? No, maybe not. But I think that the point of the matter is that it wasn't meant to be some sort of massive or high budgeted film. It was meant to promote, in a sense, just love, which unfortunately in 2026, in the month of April, is lost.